Hey, what's going on, you guys? So I don't think I'm pregnant, first of all, but I was supposed to start like on Sunday. It's now Wednesday, and I'm always like very regular. And so I just want to see if I could somehow be pregnant. I don't think I am, but I'm so nervous. I've been putting it off every single day. I was going to test on Sunday, but then I was like, I'll put it off. Monday comes around, Tuesday, it's now Wednesday, and I wanted to push it off again, but here we are. So how do you do this? Sam is actually gone with his brother. They're doing a junk removal thing. So wait, I can't even read. Okay. Dip it for 5 seconds. Okay. And we wait. Okay, it's just gonna be digital, I think. Okay, so we'll wait for 3 minutes. I don't think I am. Okay, we're good. Don't freak out. So I'll be back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick. And okay, guys. So I have a timer on for 3 minutes. It's in the little thingy-majigger. It's actually not the digital one. It's the one that has the line, so I may actually have to redo it if, I don't know how this goes. Okay. 2 minutes. We trust God's plan, whether we're pregnant or not pregnant. God is good. He has gone before us. I'm so nervous. If we're not pregnant, it's okay. Basically, if I'm not, like, the reason I thought that it could be fine that I'm late is because I have like really bad hormonal imbalances right now. My estrogen and progesterone was like super low, and so I've been seeing like a holistic doctor who prescribed me certain supplements to be on, and so I'm just wondering if that could possibly be causing everything. Like if it could be causing my period to be late, but it's never late. That's what I don't understand. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I want to take another one either way. I don't know. I've always been nervous that like we can't have children, or at least I can't have children. I've always had like such a fear of that. And so then, I don't know. I just hope we can have children someday in God's timing. It just makes me so nervous. Okay. 20 seconds, 20 seconds. We're not pregnant. Okay. We're not pregnant. We're good. Don't worry about it. Should I take another one? Possibly. I may take another one. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna look. Okay. So 3, 2, 1. There's 2 lines. Oh my goodness. I have to take another one. I have to take another one. I fully thought that was gonna be negative. Okay, I'm gonna go take another one. I'll be back. Okay, I just took a couple more. I don't know. Okay, I'm not even gonna time it. Okay, I'm gonna literally call my best friend as soon as these. Oh my stars. Oh my goodness, I'm pregnant. Oh, hurry up. This one already shows up as positive. 2 positives already. Oh my goodness. I don't know how people try to ship people in here, because I can never see it when I watch them. I don't know if y'all can see that. Or this one. This one. I'm in so much shock. I do not think this is real. Can you guys see a line? I can never see a line. Okay, you could definitely see a line there. Okay. I'm gonna call my best friend. Oh my goodness. I have to call my best friend, like, right now. Okay, you guys. I'm about to tell Sam. He's in the shower. And I'm gonna record on my phone because the lighting's kind of dark on this camera and I don't really know how to fix it. But I have this set up, like, right over there. I'll show a picture here. But, I've just been wanting to tell him all day. Oh my goodness. I'm so nervous. He's gonna cry and then I'm probably gonna cry, so yeah, here we go. Sam, come look what Murphy did to the rug. Look at the hole. Come look at the hole.
Is it in the guest room?
Yeah.
Where? Are you kidding? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So I did that one, and then I saw that there was 2 lines of it, and so I took these, and I had to tell my physical therapist and everything. I'm almost 5 weeks pregnant. There's already like a heartbeat and everything.
You're joking.
No. I called Brooke because I was like freaking out.
When? When did you call her?
Earlier today. I've known the whole day. That's why I've been calling you like, hey, when are you coming home? Hey. That's why I walked out. I just been wandering the house. That's why I was putting up my laundry. I've just been...
Alright guys, I don't really know how to start this video other than to kind of jump right into it. So we had a miscarriage last week, and it was pretty early on. I think it was about
6 weeks.
We think it was, yeah, it was about 6 weeks that we found out. We found out that we were pregnant about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And then we found out about, how many days into knowing that we were pregnant did we find out that it was
Yeah, we knew we were pregnant for 9 days before the miscarriage happened. And what happened with that was, we obviously thought everything was going well. And one day, I have like back problems from a car wreck that I was in. So that morning my back was hurting, and so I asked Sam if he could massage my lower back, because that's a common thing that we have to have done. And shortly after that, I went to the bathroom, and there was a lot of blood there. And so I just immediately was like, oh no, like I cannot believe like this could be happening. And I didn't know for sure that that's what happened, but I went in and told Sam, I think I'm having a miscarriage. And we were actually visiting my family in Alabama at the time, and we had not told our parents or anybody. We wanted to wait until Thanksgiving or Christmas before we told people. So just a couple of my closest friends knew about the pregnancy, and your brother knew about the pregnancy. And then pretty much after that, I just said we needed to tell our parents because we had to go to the emergency room. And so we walked in my parents' living room, and Sam told them, hey, Sadie's pregnant, but we think we're having a miscarriage. And then after that, like, my parents didn't say anything. They just like stood up, and like everybody like hugged me, and that's when I started like bawling, crying. And I cried the whole way over to the emergency room. Just because as soon as you find out you're pregnant, you get so excited about like what your next few months and years are going to be like, you know. And so we were talking, you know, what do you think we're having? Do you think it's gonna be a girl or boy? We were house hunting, like we were literally going to put in an offer on a house before the miscarriage happened, because we wanted to make sure all of our ducks were in a row. So then when that kind of thing happens, like you get so excited and you love your baby instantly. And so then to know that like that's gone really stunk. And do you want to go from here when we got to the hospital? Or?
Yeah. I mean, when we got to the hospital, you know, for me as a husband, I was kind of in fight or flight mode. Like, okay, what do I need to do in order to be strong for Sadie right now? I was very optimistic. I kept hope alive, and I think we even recorded something. I'm just still cautiously optimistic in everything. I feel like everybody's preparing for the worst, and I'm still just holding out hope. So, until God says it's over, it's not over. And I remember when they took Sadie back to do the ultrasound, they did the initial ultrasound, which was like the outside ultrasound, where they just kind of, you know, did the thing like on her belly and everything. And through that, you couldn't really see a whole lot. But then they did the second ultrasound, and they, you know, are able to see a lot more doing that. And I remembered seeing, you know, the little basically black dot that, you know, shows that there's something in there, that there's a baby. And I just remember it like really hitting me at that point, like that's, you know, really like our son or daughter, you know, in there, and that's, you know, in danger. And, you know, it can be really difficult in that moment not to, you know, be really sad about all of the different, you know, hopes and dreams. You know, we had talked about like Christmas time and Thanksgiving, and how all those different holidays like can be so sweet and so wonderful. And you know, losing your baby just kind of, it's like a splash of just ice cold water. It really just kind of knocks the wind out of you. So
Yeah, and being at the hospital, like, I wish that they gave us more clarity on, yeah, you're miscarrying, because they were kind of like, well, you know, we know that the baby's there, but since you're like 6 weeks and not 8 weeks, we can't like hear their heartbeat on our ultrasound machine. So they said, you know, the baby could be okay, we don't know. And so the doctor was just trying to make me smile and was telling me like things were going to be okay and all that type of thing. But like when we got to the hospital, like I told Sam, like, I know that the baby's in heaven. Like I know that the baby's not okay. And pretty much like, obviously he said if your bleeding gets worse, if your cramping gets worse, like you're probably miscarrying, but it may stop. And so then in the days to come, the bleeding kept getting like worse and worse and worse and worse, and just really heavy. And so Monday I had to go get checked out again, and just by Monday, from Friday to Monday, Friday the baby was there, and then Monday they said there was nothing there anymore. And I feel like that stunk like so bad, because we saw on the ultrasound the baby was there, and then in 3 days it was gone.
Yeah.
Like, and so when I had to get that second ultrasound, like I was in a waiting room with this other like happy couple, and they were so excited, like holding hands, like so ready to see their baby and everything. And knowing that like I was there to make sure that ours was gone, like really stunk. Like,
Yeah.
But through this whole thing, even though it's been like so heartbreaking, I feel like God's also comforted us a lot. Like in the emergency room, like I would just tell anybody out there to make sure that you really do like write God's words on your heart, because I was in the emergency room and like so many verses were coming to my mind that like God comforts us and to trust in him, and that, you know, we can make plans but God determines our steps, and like to trust him with like everything. And so that was comforting, but also like it just really stinks, because you see like literally the same week we miscarried, there were so many pregnancy announcements on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of makes you ask, like, what do they have that I don't have, you know? What lesson did I have to learn that they didn't have to learn?
Well, and you know, it can be as simple as this, you know, so many of the disciples and apostles, you know, in scripture, you know, they lived much godlier lives than your average person, and still they were met with a lot of difficulty and a lot of persecution. But, you know, I do know that God has some kind of a purpose for it, even though we don't understand what it is, why we're going through it. You know, I'm so thankful that God even allowed us to carry this child for, you know, a few short weeks. And I mean, Sadie and I have grown so much closer even for it. And, you know, God's given me the tremendous opportunity to really serve my wife and, you know, show her how much I love her through this. It's hard, and it's something that is not going to be healed, I feel like, until we really are able to have children. And
yeah, I feel like Satan, once you have a miscarriage or like another type of hardship in your life, I feel like Satan really capitalizes on that. And so I know, like, if I'm not really like looking up to God, then Satan's gonna be like, you're never gonna have kids, you're gonna miscarry your next one if you get pregnant. You know, Satan will try and attack you if you don't fill your mind with truth. And so we've just had to really be on guard about that, of like, because I mentioned y'all have already seen our pregnancy videos and everything. I think I mentioned me having a hormonal imbalance. We don't know if the miscarriage was caused by a chromosomal abnormality. That's what the common thing is, and that's what I just have to tell myself. But just Satan will try and say that it's your fault and all of that type of thing. And we don't share this video with y'all to get, sympathy or attention or anything. I've watched so many videos of women who've miscarried, and it's brought me like immense comfort. So if there's somebody out there that's going through that, just know that you aren't alone in it, and that there is a purpose for it. But we've just found a lot of comfort in knowing that like our baby's in heaven and stuff. I feel like that really just calms everything, even though like we're never gonna meet them and all that stuff. But to know that God is like holding your baby and taking care of them, and that they never had to go through any hardships in life, like that's brought me so much peace. And just to know that God is still good even when our circumstances aren't. That's something that we just want to tell all of you, is that everybody's going to go through something in your life, but even in those really horrible times, God still loves you. We know that God still loves us because he's comforted us so much in this last, few weeks or whatever. But yeah. What do you have?
I mean, really, there's not a whole lot that I can add to that, other than that we were very, very excited to be entering, that next kind of step in our lives, and and we were also very nervous. And I still am nervous about when that time does come, and how everything is going to work as far as where to live and what to do and all of those things. But I trust that God is in control, that it is his timing, and whatever stage of life you're in, whether it's looking for a spouse, whether it's trying for a baby, whether it's, something with your kids one day, God has a reason for everything, and God is good no matter what. And that's something that I feel like has given me a tremendous amount of peace in the past week or so. And so I would just ask you guys to just please be praying that we would, not have like long-term difficulties as far as miscarriages in the future, and that we would be able to provide and just blessings on our family.
Another prayer request would just be that my body will heal quickly, because once you do have a miscarriage, you lose a lot of energy and like your hormones, because you have HCG levels that get higher really quickly in pregnancy, and so once you miscarry, it just drops and drops and drops. And so just praying that my body will heal and that our hearts will heal, because it really is a sad thing that we've had to go through. But we do know that God has a purpose for it, and that he doesn't leave us in the dark, even if it's to teach us something. But we know we'll be okay. But that is the update on our last few weeks. It's been terrible.
So any prayers would be very much appreciated. As usual, we love every single one of you, and we will see you guys in the next video.